Cash Nation, welcome back to a brand new video. We're talking Five Nights at Freddy's. So, first of all, to answer the question of the title, is this movie scary to be? And the answer is no, it's not. So, before we get into the review about what I didn't like about this movie, let's talk about first what this movie is all about and who directed it and who stars in it. A troubled security guard begins working at Freddy's Fazbear's Pizza. During his first night on the job, he realizes that the night shift won't be so easy to get through. Pretty soon, he will unveil what actually happened at Freddy's. Directed by Emma Tammy. Writers are Scott Cawthon, Seth Cuddeback, Emma Tammy. Starring Josh Hutcherson, Piper Rubio, and Elizabeth Lale. Okay? This is a P-13 coming in at 1 hour and 15 minutes. I want to go up and start off with my pros before I get to my cons. Main pro is that I like the animatronics. I like the way they looked, the way they functioned, and the way they were in the movie. Like some of the scenes involving a specific smaller one. I don't get into too much detail about what happens, but I like what they did with the smaller purplish one. I don't know the name of it or anything, but if you guys know, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. I also liked this repeated thing that Josh Hutcherson's character has, where basically he's reliving something over and over, trying to figure out a mystery on his head. Unfortunately, doesn't really go anywhere. They like to pay off for that, unfortunately. Okay. I also liked the sister as well, Abby. I thought she added a lot of good depth to Josh Hutcherson's character. I liked her a lot of scenes. I liked her time with the animatronics as well. I like seeing Matthew Lillard's character pop up in this movie. All the pros I have regarding the movie, besides the creepy music as well. Okay. My cons are I did like the pacing of this movie. The pacing, the dialogue, the fact that they cut away with a lot of stuff. This movie to me, it just felt undercooked. It felt super bleak. It felt super vague, generic, boring to me, if you will. The fact that we had main plots and then some subplots involved, and none of them really truly get a good finishing off, if that makes sense. Like none of them really get the full resolution you want. Okay, my biggest con with any movie or show is that you introduce a mystery, and the way you basically resolve that mystery is by a character telling the audience what actually happened. I hate that because if you basically introduce a mystery, I want to see what happened, how everything played out from start to finish. Like boom, this happens. Here's why, and here is the finishing. What happened basically? Not know the person just someone reveals to the character, hey, boom, 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 what happened? That's just something I absolutely dislike the most. Okay, and I will say that there is so many scenes I feel like that could be taken out with the Ant character in this movie because I'm not gonna spoil what happens in this movie, but let's just say if you know, you know. I didn't care for her. I didn't care for the Ant character nor 90% of the characters in this film. And I'm really upset that they took out a lot of Matthew Lillard from this movie. He gets 2 seeds, by the way, 2 seeds. And literally, they try to build this whole mystery and this whole big plot reveal. I'm sure you have all heard. And it's like, it's not that hard to figure out who the plot reveal is supposed to be about when we have 3 to 4 characters. Just saying. It's kind of like, well, it ain't her, it ain't him, it ain't her. So who else is gonna be? You know? Um, I liked some of the kills in this movie. I thought at least 2 of them were kind of cool to be honest, but the rest of them, it didn't fit with me. And I also think that the main thing that ruined this movie for me the most, besides the pacing and the dialogue and some of the acting, was the fact that these animatronics are supposed to be scary, it's supposed to be horrifying, it's supposed to be whatever you can think of creepy about, right? And you get to see them do a couple of violent things. However, it doesn't help when you see the animatronics being sweet and cuddly and soft with a certain character. Okay, it just doesn't help. Like I'm not saying that you can't have them have a moment to themselves where they want to be soft with a specific character for a specific reason. Okay, but constantly them being nice, being soft, and being gentle, and not killing that much doesn't really intimidate me. Okay, and I'll be honest, every jump scare in this movie to me was laughable. It just was. And I'm not saying that as hate against the Five Nights at Freddy's period, the name, the brand, whatever. But like just the way they would do it to where like basically a character would walk up to something, you see it in advance, camera zooms in on the thing. It was you already knew what's coming, right? Like there was no tension build up, there was no music build, no nothing to it. So every jump scare in this movie didn't work for me. I literally laughed it off. I was like, really? We're doing that, you know? The Vanessa character in this movie, Vanessa, I thought she was okay at best. You know, she's a cop in this movie. I don't know if there's a spoiler in that, by the way, but I really didn't care for her that much. Could have done without her. I would have rather it just been Josh Hutcherson's character and his little sister than have the other girl be involved in that, you know. But I'll be honest with y'all. Didn't care for this movie at all. It's like I said in my instant reaction. This movie for me does so many things, but doesn't do any of them right, unfortunately. Okay. Like I said, we had the main plots with basically this guy that doesn't basically it gets resolved, but it was so lazy to me. I hated it because I was actually intrigued the whole time, like the whole movie. I'm trying to guess and guess and guess. Okay, boom, here's what's gonna happen. Boom, here's what's gonna happen. And then finally, when it's revealed what happened, it's like really that's so lazy. Why would you do that? You know, you keep showing me the same thing over and over throughout this film, but you won't give me the additional scene that I need to fully feel the resolution. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that at all. Okay, and again, besides Josh Hutcherson's character and Abby, I don't remember Josh Hutcherson's character name by the way. That's why I keep calling Josh Hutcherson character. Um, I really care for anybody else. Every other person in this movie to me, besides the main two, could have done without them. Would have skipped every scene if I could have. Honestly, the only time I enjoyed the other characters was when they're being offed, when they're being killed, if you will. That's literally it. It's just acting, dialogue was just like, what the heck am I listening to? And it kind of makes sense now why this movie, the review embargo for this movie, by the way, didn't live until the night before it dropped, which is never a good thing. And also, on Rotten Tomatoes, I could be wrong about this. It's a 30% rotten on Rotten Tomatoes. And that's the reason why I didn't pay a ticket to see this movie. I went to my job, I got paid, went on my phone, and watched this from my phone on Peacock. Okay. As far as anything else I want to add to this, again, there were some creepy elements, creepy scenes. Okay. And like the last 10 minutes with a specific person, I'm sure you all know who it is I'm talking about, but the specific person, I wanted more of that. Like the last 10 minutes of the climax, I was like, yes, 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 give me more. That's what I want. Right there. Where's the spin? What are we doing here? Like it was creepy. It was fun. Didn't make a lot of whole sense, but it was fun nonetheless, you know. Because we're just getting dream sequences. We're just getting paranoia. We're getting a lot of mystery. Multiple repetitive scenes, non freaking stop. One subplot that doesn't go anywhere. Quite literally, it just overall Cast Nation. My final thoughts are this: Five Nights at Freddy's left me unsatisfied with the end results. I didn't care for anyone else besides the two main leads. Period. Bottom line. I thought the animatronics were cool and all. Would I watch a sequel? Nah, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Five Nights at Freddy's, a troubled security guard begins working at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. During his first night on the job, he realizes that the night shift won't be so easy to get through. Pretty soon, he will unveil what actually happened at Freddy's. Director is Emma Tammy, starring Josh Hutcherson, Piper Rubio, Elizabeth Lale. I give Five Nights at Freddy's a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. Again, I did not watch the movie. I didn't read the books. I didn't play the games. This is a casual movie person reviewing a game movie, essentially. A movie about a game I have no experience in playing or reading about. Okay, so if you want to give me some context about certain things that happened that I didn't really think were good, please do in the comment section below. As always, again, if you're wondering should you watch this in theaters, if you were a Five Nights at Freddy's fan, probably go for it. Enjoy yourself. But if you were someone like me who doesn't read, who never read played the game, read the books, stream it. Optional, optional stream on Peacock, by the way. It's an hour and 50 minutes. Like I said, it was it was all right. I would say stream it or just wait for it whenever you have time. This is not a must see. This is not a must watch by any means. Okay. As always, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe for more reviews coming in the future. Thank you for watching as always. Peace, guys, stay friendly. How it going, y'all? Peace.